Hello students, this lecture will be on some aspects of probability theory. So we begin with definition, then we'll go to some characteristic of random variable such as expectation, deviation or dispersion and standard deviation. And then we go to random variable distribution and access and what will be the meaning of it and characteristic in your service, how to handle them. Let's begin with the definition of probability in common sense. So the probability of any events that's happening is the number of ways it can happen divided by the total number of outcomes. So the probability will vary from 0 up to 1 or 100%. So if you get more than this value, then you have some mistake, I think, in your calculation of probability. Let's take an example. Very easy. If you have some item in some box like 3, maybe green balls and 2 black, then what is the probability of taking the green one from this box? So we add 2 variables and they have like 5. It will be the number of total outcomes. Number of ways it can total outcomes. Then we have number of ways it can happen will be 3. So the probability of getting the, let's put it like that, green ball, it will be 3 divided by 5. So we can go it's like that, or 0.60%. This part of our lecture will be on characteristics of probabilities like expectation, deviation and standard deviation. The first one is expectation. It's very close to weight average variable, or if you see there is m, it goes to mean arithmetics. So it's average variable of random variable of any variable we can get in survey or someone like that. The next one is deviation dispersation. In characteristic, the measure of deviation of other values of variable from its arithmetic mean. Of course, we get it in square, so we get it in exponent 2. To get it and to make it more than 0. Then the next one is standard deviation, or its characteristic like square root from deviation or dispersion, and it's notes by Greek letter sigma. So let's calculate some characteristic by example. We have some values of random variable x and there's probabilities, so we can calculate the mean arithmetic or expectation. It will be like that. So we get the values and multiply by probabilities. And of course we have sum of these values. Plus 10 multiplied by 2. So we have and we'll have arithmetic mean 6. So this is our expectation. Then we go for deviation. It will be like that. Our x, then we minus 6. We subtract our expectation from each of these values. Then can expand 2 and multiply by probabilities. Then from here we have 20. Then from here we have 0. And from here we have, this will be, so, and the standard deviation will be or we can have a normal value of this. So how we can calculate this characteristic of any matrix when we have all values of x and its probability. This is a standard deviation diagram or Gauss distribution of random variable, and I'll explain why it's so important to your service or any service. If you have studying some process on some changes of variables and its characteristics, then you have to calculate the average mean or weight average arithmetic. So when you calculate it, you apply it as all your variables grouped by its value. But if you have very large dispersion and by it standard deviation, you can't put any ground or serious prognosis of them. Because by example, if you have something like that, you have trees and the grass around them, and when you get the data on it, you'll have only its length or height. So we have maybe 5 meters, and in this we have maybe 0.5 meters. And in some it will be like that, we get to maybe 2 meters, or just like that. So this will be characterized of value, and it's assigned and goes to the height of a bush. But when someone gets to our place, he'll see no bushes at all. That's why it's very important to calculate the standard deviation and apply it to your service and the data of your service and studies or anything. Thank you for your attention. See you later. Goodbye.